Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today we are taking a look at the SH Figuarts Majin Buu, the good Buu, the fat Buu. I am really excited for this re-release. I have wanted one for a long time, but he was always so darn expensive on the secondary market that I never pulled the trigger and picked him up. But he is really cool, and he comes in an abnormally cool looking SH Figuarts package right here. Nice big window letting lots of light in. On the side here, that window is continued for all you inbox collectors. And this side's got some more images that look pretty good. And on the back here, it's typical SH Figuarts product images, nothing new. But this box is gigantic. Look at the size of this thing. Here it is next to a regular SH Figuarts box. There is just no comparison. It is so big. But that is enough about this box. Let's get him out of the box and take a closer look at him. Okay. Right out of the box, I am liking what I see. And he looks like he's a fairly tall figure. Let's get him measured up real quick. Okay, right to the top of his head, he is right at 7 inches tall, and up to the top of his tentacle, he's about 7 3/4, which will make the whole figure pushing 20 centimeters, 19.5 centimeters, something like that. Let's stand him next to some other characters real quick. Here he is next to the Black Hole Toys Majin Vegeta, and I think they look really good. The height difference is nice because Vegeta's nice and short in this figure. And here he is with the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And I think those two look really good together. They shared a nice little fight scene. Now for accessories, he comes with an alright amount of stuff. Let's take a look at it. He comes with 3 head sculpts. He comes with this little smiling face here on him in the package. He also comes with this maniacal grinning face head sculpt. And he comes with this quintessential Buu sticking his tongue out taunting you face. He also comes with a hard plastic cape that comes in 3 articulable segments, but we'll cover it more here in a minute. He also comes with 6 hands, 2 fist hands on him in the package, 2 finger pointing hands, and 2 grippy hands. And let's not forget about Buu's chocolate bar. It is done really, really well. I love the details of the little segments there, kind of bite, melted, missing kind of piece right here in the foil. Looks really nice. Okay, those accessories are pretty good. I think we should have had another head sculpt or maybe a little energy effect piece like that little energy that comes out of his tentacle, something, because for 80 bucks that's a little light, but I'm not going to gripe about it too much. Okay, so before we really dig into this, I just want to say that as far as an aesthetic and a look for Majin Buu, they absolutely nailed it. This thing looks so good. This is, as far as accuracy and like taking a 2D image of something from a cartoon or an anime, excuse me,
Make up your mind,
and turn it into three-dimensional form, they knocked this out of the park. This is one of the overall better looking SH Figuarts for Dragon Ball that they maybe have ever released. It's up there as far as rivaling like Final Form Cooler or Full Power Broly. He looks that good. Now paint. He has a beautiful matte finish all over him. It is absolutely gorgeous. There are a couple of spots that have a satin finish to it, and it's beautiful, and that'd be right there on the vest and around the belt, and it's kind of a metallic satin finish here on the gold. This thing looks gorgeous, extremely premium. The faces look really good. Even though they're simple, it's done really well. The holes in the head and both arms are done really well. The vest is super clean. The belt is super clean. The pants, I can't tell if there's shading. If there is, my lighting's a little odd. If there is, it's very subtle, but it works. I like it. His little boots, again, nice matte finish on him. He has a fairly simple look to him as far as like a color scheme, and they really nailed it. So let's talk about his cape really quick. Now I've left the cape off just because I personally, have been having a little bit of trouble getting it to peg in. I think that's just me right now. I'm just having jittery hands or something, and I was afraid I would break it, so I have left it off. I've seen plenty of people attach their cape. It's not a design flaw or anything. It's just something going on with me that I can't get it to attach. But the cape comes in 3 segments, and man, it looks really good as far as looks are concerned. There is nice shading down in the crevices that really accent the shadows in it. Looks super duper good. Am I a big fan of these like hard 3-segmented capes? No, but we'll get into that a little bit more here in the articulation. But the cape looks really good. Now for articulation, there are some spots that actually surprised me in a really good way, and then places where I thought would be better weren't. So let's kind of take a look at him. Let's just start with his head. Now his head will kind of just more or less wiggle around. He's got some, a ball peg that's down there in his neck, so his neck will move a little bit, but the character design itself and just the way Buu looks, you're not going to get a big bunch out of him. But his head is, if I can get it off, it is sitting on a ball hinge. Son of a bitch! We all know I hate that, but even if it was on a double ball peg, you weren't going to get much out of him just because of the way he's designed, and that's not Bandai's fault necessarily. But so his head will just wiggle around. But, you know what I mean? So a ball hinge, I'm not going to hold it against them, but I'm not happy. They could have at least given us a double ball peg and let me know that they were trying to put their heart into it a little bit. Now his shoulders, this is one of the joints that kind of surprised me in a good way. They'll go up above 90. Excuse me. Not that that's surprising. He's got fairly, a tubular shaped arm, so that shouldn't have been a problem anyway. But we get a full 360 also. And we go in here, and he's got that hinge butterfly that I kind of like because they work. Look at that. Brings the arm all the way across the body. Gets a little gappy right there. Fuck. But I mean, unless you've got him posed to the side and it fully engages, that's not going to be that big of a deal. The colors match up, and I really like that they've put that on a handful of figures, and all those figures have really good shoulder movement. He's also got a bicep swivel that works really good. Double jointed elbow. It'll go past 90, and it looks good enough, I guess. The way they've done it, it's not that big a deal. It's not like you're going to be doing something crazy with his arms anyway. And his wrists are not a ball hinge. They're actually just a ball peg, but it works good enough for Buu. Now his abdomen and torso, this is a spot on the body that you're going to want to be careful because, like I mentioned, there is nothing but matte and matte to satin finishes on this, and those two finishes like to swap paint. So be extra careful with that. But it's something I did forget to mention in the aesthetic is that he has some nice shading right around the belt line. But anyways, let's get back to his articulation. So it's just right around the waist, and I'm pretty sure it's just a ball peg in there. So you'll get a little bit of lean forward and back, and you get some tilt and twist. Not a big bunch out of it, but it's Majin Buu, especially fat Majin Buu, and you're not you're trying to fold him in half like a lawn chair or anything. So I think this works. A little bit of gapping right around through there, but we never look at the backs of our figures, so the torso's okay with me. Legs and hips. This is another one that pleasantly surprised me as far as how they designed it, because I can't really think of another way for them to have done it. But it looks a little weird if you sit and just focus on the way they've cut it out for the hips, but it works really good. It'll go out to the side all the way. It'll come forward all the way, and once it's forward, you can take it all the way out to the side. That is pretty darn good. Now, he's got a big diaper in the back there. Looks like a big full, toddler's diaper. So his leg isn't going to kick back, but so what? He has a little, thigh swivel down here. I guess you could call that a thigh. It looks more like a big stick. He's got a single jointed knee that will bring it up to 90, but even if it was a double jointed knee, the way his little ass and diaper works, it wouldn't go past that anyway, so I don't have that big of a problem. No shin swivel. His ankles do kind of suck, but Bandai likes to screw those up a lot.
It's not that hard.
It is just on a ball peg down in there, just like how the wrist into the hand is. So you get a little bit of up and down, but that's more just wiggle, and no real rocker either, unfortunately. He has a toe hinge that is not super good looking, but it's not the worst toe hinge we've ever seen. It would work if you needed it to. Overall, his articulation surprised me. The neck joint kind of sucks, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. And I would have liked to have seen something a little better out of the waist, because he's basically just kind of pivoting around on a ball peg in there. But other than that, not too bad. Final thoughts on Majin Buu here. Aesthetically, I absolutely love this thing. Like I said earlier in the video, visually and aesthetically, this is one of the most accurate and nice looking figures Bandai has released in the DBZ line, in my opinion. Like I said, it rivals Final Form Cooler, it rivals Full Power Broly, and a couple of others that are just really aesthetic standouts. He looks fantastic. His accessories let me down a little bit. We should have gotten a little bit more for what we're paying for this. Articulation, not bad. He is basically just a pink round ball, so you're not going to get much out of him anyway. I still think they could have done the waist a little bit better, and maybe tried to work something out with the neck joint. But he does looks really good, moves good enough, accessories a little light. The cape, I do hate the cape. I'm not a fan of I love the look of the cape. I'm not a fan of the cape, the style. But anyways, I will give him a B-. He is a solid figure with some room for improvement. You know what? No, I'm going to give him a solid B. He's a flat B. He is a pretty darn good release. Like I said, still said, plenty of room for improvement, but you could get more from him as far as accessories, and they need to change that cape up, my opinion. One other drawback to him. He is a big chunky figure, but he's very light because he is thin plastic, if you can hear that. And thin plastic is kind of fragile and he could break. So be kind of easy. Don't try and force anything with him. But I definitely say pick him up, especially if you're somebody who wants any kind of, Buu Saga display. You absolutely need him. So he's a good pickup. Pick him up. That's all I've got for Majin Buu. If you haven't subscribed, pause the video, scroll down, give us a like, comment, follow, share, all that good stuff. And with all that said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.